Today we're finally going to put on the new handlebars. Finally got the brake line, the brake fluid, everything I need to set it all up. It was raining today, pretty gross out, so decided great day to work on the bike. Thought it was going to be a little bit cooler out here after it rained, but of course it's St. Louis, so it just got super muggy. But gonna pop these off, take the controls off. I literally just put these grips on, so it's kind of annoying, but whatever. Today wasn't the day, so we get started. All right, one side down, one side left to go. I also just realized, while I'm at it, let's flip the mirrors upside down, because that's what I've been wanting to do as well. So I'm gonna do that as part of this little job, quick job. All right, just bled the brakes. It was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I mean, now I just gotta put it all together again, I guess. Not that bad, not that bad. All right, time to get to it. All right, so this is day 2 of handlebars and brakes. And took a while, but I finally figured out what I was doing wrong. So I watched a YouTube video, and I'm not gonna say who it was, but they were saying, pump the handle, pump the brake fast, or at least that's what they were doing. They didn't say fast necessarily, but they were doing it fast. Hold it, open up the bleed valve, close it, release the brake. Now that order is correct, but you have to be slow and deliberate with the brake lever, which is what I was not doing yesterday, and for the life of me I could not figure it out. Came in today and was just about to give up again when I started feeling a little bit of pressure. I thought it was all in my head, but it started working. So I'm gonna finish this up. The cable is way too long after I torqued it all the way down in my frustration yesterday. So it's rubbing against the tire, so that's obviously a bad thing. So I'm gonna shorten up the cable, re-bleed the brake. Well, I guess it would be flush at this point, but get it back up and running. All right, so here's the finished product. Brake line, nice and cleaned up, not twisted around like last time. Shortened up to the appropriate length. New bars, new mirrors, well, not new mirrors, but mirrors flipped upside down. I think it's pretty good looking stance. Pretty happy with it. So we're all set. All right, ever since I lifted the handlebars, the clutch has been super tight. I did adjust it using the tensioner down here, but there was originally like 0 play. But the spec says at least, well, the spec says exactly 1/8. So that might be just a touch over, but it's a lot better. It's a more linear clutch engagement, whereas before I almost had to like dump it. But it's still pretty stiff, and I don't know if it's because I raised it up, but I tried to just lube it regularly, but it didn't work. So I got this Motion Pro that I've been seeing on YouTube and a lot of people use. Literally, it's been so stiff that I like have tendonitis in my forearm, and I don't have small forearms, so that's how stiff it was. But I'm gonna figure out how to work this thing and lube up this cable and hit the road. Okay, so on second thought, I won't be doing that because the Motion Pro requires you to take the entire clutch cable off, and I was going to do that, but I don't have an Allen key large enough to move the foot peg, which is blocking the last bolt on the primary cover needed to remove the cable. So technology meet innovation. Just using a bag, zip tied it, and then just filled it up with lube. It has nowhere else to go but either drip down slightly or through the cable itself. So hopefully that works a little bit until I can figure out what to do about the foot peg down there. All right, today we're doing an oil change. Got my little oil pan right here. Don't worry, I have an actual place to put the used oil to recycle later. Just need to figure out where the oil drain is. I'm pretty sure it's that thing right there. Already rode around, heated the oil up. I'll also be changing out the transmission or the primary fluid as well, primary oil. So let's figure this out. Bought some, let's see the oil I picked up. It wasn't the one that I wanted to get, but it was on sale at AutoZone, 2 for $12, which I thought was pretty good. Good deal. So, plus they have a Canon filter that I picked up. So let's get to it. I'm not gonna film the entire thing because I'm probably gonna stumble my way through it. So if you wanted to learn how to do an oil change on a Sportster, there's plenty of good resources on YouTube. So just Google it or YouTube it. All right, so that was the oil drain. So mine plug, let me get that in focus, comes with a little attachment that attaches to the frame, whereas the videos I saw on YouTube didn't have this, so that's what was kind of throwing me off. So, I mean, it just looked kind of like the hose that the other drains that the Sportsters had, so I just made a pretty good guess, and it turned out to be accurate. That's filling up pretty well, hopefully won't overflow. But then I'll transfer it to this case here. All right, oil filter's off. I did not have a oil filter wrench, so I did the old punch a hole through the filter and twist it, and it worked. It was just very messy. All right, new filter's on. I like it. It's blacked out as opposed to the old chrome one. Plus it's a wrench off, so that'll be easy to take off later. Gotta clean up a little bit, and then we'll start filling it up. So, just about got done changing the primary, and I was standing up against this air conditioner because I don't have a jack, and I was resting it on this leg foot peg, and it slipped and it fell and it scratched up the paint pretty bad. Went pretty deep all the way through, that's for sure. I mean, I'm not too mad. I planned on repainting it. I guess it just moved up the timeline a bit, so yeah, we'll be doing something new with this very soon. So I'm gonna put some paint over that in the meantime just so it doesn't rust. All right, so oil change done, primary transmission oil done, no leaks, so that's a good sign. Plan for today, I'm gonna go eat. There's a new Korean fried chicken joint that just opened up, so I'm gonna go check them out. And then I think I'm just gonna go get lost. Should try to find some twisty roads down south. Been looking up some roads on Google Maps I want to go check out, so it's gonna be a good day. All right, let's get it.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I gotta get a bike that's like modern and controlled.
Yeah.
This shit's like straight city cruising, you're not in a rush.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna loop around this thing right here.
What's up?
I'm gonna loop around here.